Good morning, guys. Thought I'd try something a little bit different today. This is sort of a day in the life of camp, and take you through the bits and pieces we do during the day. Not going to bore you with long stretches of nothing happening, because that's what it tends to be when you're sitting waiting for birds to appear and things like that. But we've got a few chores to do. As you can probably see behind me, there's cloud come up. That means very little solar today, and it means we might need to use the Jenny. So job number one is going to be to fuel that up and get it ready for when we need some extra power. A few bities around, so first things first, I'm going to put on some repellent so I don't get too badly bitten. Hopefully that'll keep them away a bit. Now we've got the big Honda 3 kVA in here. We don't need it all that often, but if we get a bit of cloud around like today, we'll sometimes just need to top up the batteries. And of course, if we get a really stinking hot day, then it's really good for running the air conditioner and the coaster. Just a quick look in the rest of the trailer. Red box over there is the toolkit. Not all the tools are in there. You can see a few tools sitting on top of the cardboard box there. Spare milk. Carton of beer. We've got in the red bucket, we've got a tank that goes under the coaster if we're in an RV self-contained spot where you can't drop water to the ground. Right in the back corner, the white thing is a washing machine, a little twin tub, works really well. Battery just over here. And on top, bits and pieces, ground sheets, all sorts of bits and pieces in there. There's even a satellite dish up against the back wall there, but we have never used that since we've had this thing. We really don't bother with that much. What else have we got? Little trolley there. The trolley is for carting around water and for carting around the porta potty when we have to, because as you can see from the toilet roll on the wall there, this is also the outside dunny. It works pretty well actually as a dunny. Plenty of room. You think it might be a bit cramped in there, but it's not too bad at all. Spare water container there, that's for filling up the top of the porta potty. Nearly empty at the moment. That needs refilling. Excuse the croaky morning voice. What else have we got in there? A set of spanners. Just bits and pieces, I guess. Most of the rest of it is all sorts of handy things: guy lines, ropes, ratchet straps. We've got power, the normal power lead that we use when it's hooked up at home, and just all bits and pieces. Air freshener for the dunny. Washing powder, laundry detergent I should call it, dustpan and brush, bigger broom up there on the ceiling strapped on. Just all sorts of bits and pieces. Heavy duty hammer, hatchet, wheel brace, lots of bits and pieces that get used on this side. Different funnels for the different types of jerry cans we have. A really old light that never gets used anymore. Still actually works. It's one of those old fluoro ones. And more nozzles. The fuse box. And then you've got the switches. We've got a cigarette lighter in here. That's got the adapter in for USB. So it's a switch for the light in here. and tells you the battery level for the trailer. Now at the moment this is not hooked up to the coaster, this is just on its own, it's a spare. And what we do with that is if the coaster gets low and we don't want to put the generator on, we can hook this into the coaster system and it gradually feeds a bit of power into the coaster batteries. So both these, so the trailer can be hooked up to the coaster system. For anybody who hasn't seen the trailer before, we put a boat rack on here, so our dinghy can go up there if we ever want to take it with us. We did once, we don't take it that often, but that's a reversing camera that doesn't work. Unfortunately the lenses on these are plastic and they just completely fade over as they get older. Jeez, my voice is croaky this morning, sorry about that guys. So that's chore number one anyway, and have a little look at the trailer. And just during the day, if we got any bits and pieces going on that I reckon you might want to have a look, just do a bit more filming. And looks like he's back again. Looks like I got some decent shots of that one. So hopefully when we get home I get the ID book out and have a look and see what that was. Not something I'm familiar with, so could be a new photograph to add to the collection. The old 600mm lens looks a little bit like a Canon. As you can see, a fair bit of the time is spent sitting at the cameras, just hoping we're going to get some decent shots of birds. Hopefully got something there. The little fellow, I'm not sure what it is yet, was sitting right up on top of a twig. Always the best spot for a bird to be sitting as far as photography is concerned. And got some still shots and video, so we've got the sound of the bird as well, so when we identify it, it'll be a bit more useful to us than just the still shots. Well, thankfully the clouds all went away, or at least they have for now, and we'll be left with a nice sunny day. Hopefully we won't have to use the generator after all. Bit windy, don't know what it's going to do to the microphone, but the afternoon around camp, just wandering around in the bush, trying to find some little photo opportunities, looking for birds, and just seeing what is close to the campsite. Well, the day went quickly enough, and it's now time to prepare the dinner. What we're having tonight is a pork roast with potatoes, carrots, Brussels, and a little bit of capsicum. All going to be roasted in a barbecue, the baby Q. First things first, we've got to dry off the pork, then salt it and oil it. And there we have the basis of it, pork roast and the veggies that go with it. I'm just going to whack them in the Weber, and be about an hour for the veggies and probably an hour and a half for the pork. Hopefully that's out of the wind enough now. It's coming around from the other side a bit more than it is coming straight along the bus, so hopefully the temperature won't be affected too much with it there. Yeah, looks like it's not too bad. The temperature's up high. I've got to bring that down to about 200. Well, now I think it's about beer o'clock. Don't you love that sound? You can tell I used to be a bit of a connoisseur of beer. An old boss of mine, a guy called Alan Moyer, used to run Country Soft. He once said to me, every time I hear someone open a can, I'll think of you. sort of tells you that I drank a bit more then than I do these days. Well, I've definitely been enjoying the view outside the coaster up here at Camel Soak. A little bit sad, I guess, to think that probably in as little as 2 or 3 weeks' time, pretty well all that will be gone. Okay, the pork didn't crackle, oh so sad, but it looks pretty good and I think it's done. There we go. We're now going to take it inside and chop it up, and din din will be served. Okay, so the final result is this. It's a little disappointing, I guess, because the fat didn't crisp. It's still quite soft, but we're hoping it's otherwise okay. The meat's definitely cooked. Yeah, I think the wind was a factor. It just really kept the temperature down too much for the fat to crisp up the way it should have done. Never mind, as long as it's edible, I guess it's not bad. So that's the last for the day's filming. All we're going to do from here on is just watch some telly. Telly screen sits up in the corner there. Pre-recorded videos that we did when we were back at home, and that is the day's filming. Thanks for watching. I hope you didn't get too bored. That was the day at camp. See you later, guys. Cheers.